So today's video is going to be the start of a porch makeover. So I'm actually headed over to my brother and sister-in-law's house today to work on their back porch. They have a screened in room and it's actually a really nice size. It just needs some good cleaning, some paint, and a little bit of love. So I'm gonna get over there and help them out with that today. I got all my supplies here in this basket. I just threw everything in here so it was easy for me to carry because I have quite a bit of spray paint, paint brushes, just all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna get over there and get started, and I'm gonna share with you the whole process. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So today's video is sponsored by Sunday, so thank you Sunday for sponsoring today's video, and I will share a little bit more about their subscription service a little bit later. But here's just a quick overview of how the porch looks currently. As you can see, it just needs a good cleaning and just a little sprucing up. So we're going to work hard today and get what we can get done, and I'm going to share all that with you in this video. This will be done in two parts. The first part is basically all the painting and cleaning. The second part will be just finishing up and kind of just styling the porch and making it look new and fresh again. Alright, so we are starting off by clearing the porch, cleaning. My sister-in-law is going to be pressure washing while I work on painting the existing patio set that they have. So the original plan was to get a new patio set, but after doing some research and really talking about the functionality of their porch, they really enjoy their high top table. They like to eat dinner out here. They have a lot of evenings where they sit around that table. So instead of us getting rid of it and trying to spend hundreds of dollars on a new patio set, I suggested just painting it and using what they have to make everything look new again with just, simple changes instead to keep the project really affordable. So instead of going out and buying a whole new set, we are just going to focus on what they have. I'm going to start off by cleaning the patio set. This is an older set, gets lots of use, which is common with any patio set, of course. They're going to get their wear and tear. So I'm going to focus on cleaning this really well using some warm soapy water. Then I will be going through sanding down any rough edges, and I will be spray painting these. So they will have a fresh new coat of paint and will basically look brand new again. So real quick, I got everything taped off for the chairs so I can start spray painting these. It's not the best taping job, but it's better than nothing. And I wanted to show you, I got, hold on, in my little basket over here, I have, this is the spray paint that I'm going to be using. It's Rust-Oleum, it's the Satin Cannon Black. And I also bought one of those little triggers that y'all were telling me about. So hopefully it works good so I don't kill my finger. But I have all of this rust to cover, so hopefully it works really good. It says that it's rust blocking paint, but either way it's gonna look a lot better than what it is now, and they will be happy with it. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, today's video is sponsored by Sunday. If you have never heard of Sunday, they are an annual subscription that provides all the lawn care products you need, like fertilizer, weed control, bug control, and more. They can help you grow a better, greener lawn. Sunday works just by simply getting on their website and typing in your address, and then they will customize a plan based off of your region, the climate, and your specific yard. They will ask you just a few questions that only takes a few seconds, and then they will come up with a few plans that you can choose from. Once you choose your plan, everything is shipped right to your door when you need it, so that way you can start working on a better, greener lawn. And these little nutrient pouches are so easy to use. They simply attach right to your hose, and all you do is spray down your lawn. What I love about Sunday the most is that they use simple ingredients with safety in mind to keep your lawn free of harsh chemicals and pesticides. So that's very important to my family and I. And I am so excited to see how Sunday can help my lawn look a lot greener and hopefully help start working on all these little random patches that I have in my yard. And I will definitely keep you updated on those. If you are interested in trying out this subscription, head to getsunday.com/CarrieLynn and get 20% off with the code CarrieLynn20. I will have all the links down below so you can check them out if you're interested. And once again, thank you Sunday for sponsoring today's video. So while I was working on sanding down the chairs, getting these prepped to be painted, my sister-in-law was working on pressure washing the patio. And we were trying to get as much done as we could in the day, so we were kind of in a hurry. And unfortunately, the hose ended up on top of the pressure washer and it burned a hole through the hose, and we had this massive leak, and we were not able to get the entire patio pressure washed, but we did the best we could, and we'll have to get, well, they already ordered a new hose for that, and they'll finish pressure washing when they have time. But in the meantime, I'm going to focus on doing what we can do, which was painting. So I'm just taking this Rust-Oleum spray paint in the color Cannon Black. This is a satin finish, and I am going to spray paint all of these chairs. I ended up doing a total of 3 coats. Y'all, where was this hand sprayer at my entire life? I am so mad at myself that I have not purchased one of these sooner. This thing is amazing, absolutely amazing, and I feel like not only does it work good and save my hand, but I feel like it gives a way smoother finish than just pressing the button. I don't know. I am very, very impressed with this, and this is so cheap. I think I paid $4 for mine at Walmart. It doesn't really have a specific brand, I don't think, but yeah, I mean, it's just a spray can handle sprayer. It feels like I'm using a expensive paint sprayer when I use this. I feel super fancy because I'm not going old school. I don't know. I'm super happy with it, and I just wanted to encourage you guys to make sure you're wearing a face mask and, protectant when spray painting. It's very important and something that I've been very, very cautious about. Are you hanging out with me, baby? So sweet. You're so sweet. You're so sweet, baby. Okay, everything has been spray painted with 2 coats, and they look great. Alright, so at this point I was trying to use some of the spray paint that I had to do some touch-ups on their screen room. So I wiped everything down, and I took the spray paint and used a little bit in a can, or in the lid, to do some touch-ups. Right here it worked out well, but right here it did not. As soon as I sprayed it, I was like, oh, should I do this? And my sister-in-law and I kind of talked about it back and forth. She's like, it's better to have black splatters than white. So I was like, okay, let's just go for it. And then we instantly regretted it. It's very noticeable. So the whole porch is going to have to be repainted, but it's okay. You live and learn. But then they had these 2 outdoor chairs that they got for free. So we are just going to spray paint these black. That way everything matches. My sister-in-law and my brother are very neutral color type people. They don't like a lot of bright colors, so the blue was not their favorite. So that's why I went in with the black spray paint. I also went ahead and did 3 coats on this, on both of the chairs, but I didn't film the entire thing just because I didn't want it to be super repetitive for you guys. I try, to keep the videos interesting. I don't want you to get bored just watching me paint the same chair for 30 minutes, but so I did a total of 3 coats, but I ran out of time because I had to head back home to go pick my daughter up from school. So I ended up having to leave without spray painting the back of the chairs. So whenever I just left all the spray paint behind, and they finished those up later on that evening. Right, so if I look red and puffy, it's because I am. I've been out in the sun all day, so my face is a little red. I'm hot. I've been sweating all day, so that's just a normal look for me. Y'all don't worry about me. I'm okay. But I'm headed to Lowe's right now to go and look at some plants, exchange the paint that I bought, get some more paint and yeah, take a look and see if I can find, whoa, that was a close one, this dude. All right, so I'm here at Lowe's looking at plants. I found these for $15. This one is $20.98, so I'm trying to stick to like a $60 budget with plants. I'm thinking one of these in each corner, this in one corner, and maybe like a small plant for like on the table would be great. But I don't know. I feel like plants are so pricey. Okay, so here's kind of like an idea. So these two, well, there's one right here. These two will be in the corner. This will be on the table, and then this will be in one corner. I kind of like it. All right, so I'm gonna get started on the door. I'm gonna clean it really good, tape all the windows off, and start painting. And we're gonna do the trim black along with the door, this little piece down here, and I'm probably gonna do the white trim around that because that's what they asked for. So let's get started. So I'm starting off by just taping off the window. Now, there's a few things that I wanted to mention. So first off, I feel like no matter what type of masking tape I use, every time I peel it off, I always have a few areas that get messed up, so I have to go back in with touch-ups. So just keep that in mind. I just wanted to share that because it's so frustrating when you pull the tape off later and you start seeing like little pieces. Oh, it's super aggravating. And you know what's funny is they say to pull off the tape while it's wet, but how can you do that when you're trying to work on multiple coats? You just can't. So anyway, I'm now taking this liquid sandpaper and just rubbing down the door really well. It took me just a few minutes to do this, but I let that sit for a couple minutes before I got started painting. And I wanted to share this part because you can see that the door, it looks super dirty, but you guys, we pressure washed it. We tried to scrub it down and it just wasn't coming off. It's like a lot of scratches and rust and it just wasn't coming off. So I'm just going to paint right over that. And I use the liquid sandpaper to hopefully help kind of get rid of any like shiny like varnish that was on the door. That way the paint would adhere really well. And I'm using a very expensive outdoor paint. It's the Valspar Defense. It's a like water beading technology outdoor, like it's a whole thing. And I read the reviews on it and they seem pretty great. So we really hope that this paint holds up over time. If you guys ever have any suggestions as far as paint goes, products that you have found that works really well, please feel free to share them with me because I'm still in this like learning process and I always love tips and tricks. I try my best to do research as far as, painting products goes and stuff, but it's always nice to hear like an actual honest review. So anytime y'all have suggestions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I truly appreciate it. But here I'm just going in with a paintbrush and going to town. I will go back in later on with a roller to kind of help smooth everything out.
I'm thinking back on all those times when I felt closed off from all that I could become, eager but too scared to climb. Wanted to please my friends, but it felt like the end of myself. I was shut down and all drained out. I was lost, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me. But now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am.
So this is the part where I start getting like really excited about the door because when you start painting all the little squares around the windows, it just looks so good. And by the way, the first like few coats look horrible. You can see lots of streaks, but the more coats you add, the better and better it looks. So don't get scared if you decide to paint a door or something and it looks horrendous for the first like couple minutes. Just know that the more coats you add, the smoother and better it will look.
That I'm not being true, but but they don't have a clue. 'Cause this is me when I cut out all the shallowness and everything I suppress to fit in a small frame. But I won't play your game anymore. So I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness. They turn on me, but now I am perfect.
Help me? Here, you can come swap some paint right here with this, right there on that.
Can I do a pill?
Yes.
Can I do a pill?
Right there, yep, down, go down, right here on the white spot.
Mother, can I be still
Yep,
wet?
right there.
Mother, can I be still wet?
Yep, you give another turn too.
Wait,
Let it get it out of your system. Yep, just like that. You're doing great.
Mama, can I do it with that one?
Nope, I'm gonna use this one, okay? That way I can smooth everything out. Can have a turn. Okay. Down, easy, slow down, slow down, slow down. All the way down, back and forth like that. Did you help
What?
it,
We
Carrie?
did. I got it.
Did you help it, Carrie? Good job. Okay, let mommy finish it up so I can smooth everything out now, okay? I called you Amy. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's my name.
My clothes super fast.
It is.
Yeah. Yay.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up painting the door really quick. And what I did was I used the paintbrush because it helped put more paint on the door faster, and then I just went over it using the roller to smooth everything out, and that seemed to work best for me. But at this point, we decided to go ahead and start on the trim, and I wanted to share a funny story with y'all. So we started off with just doing this window, and the rest of their house has white trim. And I guess in our minds we really weren't thinking about that, but whenever you would look at the porch compared to the rest of the house, it just didn't match because one was black and the rest was white. So we decided to go ahead and paint all the rest of the trim black. Well, halfway through, I start laughing because I'm starting to kind of second guess our decision, and I think my sister-in-law was too. Like, it's just very bold, and from going from white to such a dark, very bold color, it's, you know, it's different. And I start giggling because I'm like terrified of what my brother's going to think. He is very opinionated, so I was like, he's going to hate it. And, yeah, it was just really funny because we were like going into it like, yeah, let's do it. And then we start second guessing ourselves. It was really funny. But overall, I think it did turn out really nice. And, you know, like I said earlier in the video, you live and learn. Sometimes in the moment things might sound like a great idea until you start them, and then you're like, what did I get myself into? And that happens to me so much. But yeah, it ended up turning out good in the very end. I'll show you like an overview clip, but we ended up getting too paint happy is what happened.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight.
So before we move out to the rest of the trim work on the other side of the house, I was just finishing up the last coat on the door, and you can see here how it looks so far. There was a few touch-up areas that I needed to get to, but then this is whenever we started painting the outside trim on the outside of the house. So yeah, I didn't get all the footage, you guys. It was like scorching hot. I was dripping sweat. Oh my gosh, I do not recommend painting the outside of your house in the middle of the day in Florida because it's no joke. But also, I wanted to point out something else. When we decided to start painting the trim, we knew that the actual metal, what's it called? What's this stuff called around the trim? What is it called? Why can't I think of what it's called? Not the trim, but the window pane. So like the black window pane, see how like faded it is? Whenever we painted the trim, we knew that that was going to look even more faded. But then it was so faded that we had to paint that as well. And that was a whole nother project in itself. So yeah, definitely think things over well before you decide to jump into something. But here I'm just going to go ahead and take off that tape to reveal the final look of the door.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Like I mentioned earlier, sometimes when you're peeling off that masking tape, you'll have a few areas that kind of might peel or chip up or whatever, so just go ahead and expect to have to go back in and touch those up. I even used some like really good tape and it still did not make a difference. I thought I did like a really good job, and then I started peeling the tape off and I'm like, no, why is this happening? But overall, it ended up turning out really good and we're happy with the way the door looks.
Another season we leave behind, another story that's got me blind, got only you on my mind. I couldn't face what I couldn't find, just need to know I need peace of mind. Where are you now? Even though I won't believe it, the truth is a lie, we are healing.
After I get all the masking tape off, I'm going to show you a quick before and after of the door and the trim, and that's going to be it for part 1. So please make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for part 2. I wish I could have the entire video done today, but unfortunately we're waiting on some things to come in the mail, so y'all will just have to bear with me until I can get the project finished, but it will all turn out really beautiful in the very end, and I cannot wait to share it with you all. In the meantime, I do have lots of other videos you can check out. I recently did a patio makeover at my house, and I will have that linked below along with a few other videos you may be interested in. But thank you all for watching again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!